I sold the airport and I have the signed contract. I say, we will destroy that contract. I will buy your airport. Of course, I said, Jean-Marie, you have an airport, so you need an aircraft. But I have no money. I told them, okay, I will stay a week here. Every day I will ask you. I will not leave until you give me the French market. And after 2-3 days, they were tired of me. The politics closed my airfield in 1 day. They just said, you are closed, finish. We take your license.
So you're selling something that doesn't exist, basically.
Oh, no production. No production.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Just tell the guy, I take over your business. I pay you in 10 years, 5 years, 20 years. It works. When we paint the aircraft, the paint was going below my door and my house was blue. My wife wanted to kill me.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into the Aerospace Show. Today, we have the privilege of sitting down with JMB Aircraft CEO Jean-Marie Guisset.
We traveled to the JMB headquarters here in the Czech Republic to share Jean-Marie's story. We talked about his inspiring trajectory through ups and downs to become an industry leader in the ultralight aircraft market.
For more aerospace-related content, please be sure to check out aerovia.org.
Enjoy.
Jean-Marie, thank you so much for being with us. We're sat at your assembly line, and one of the questions that we've been asking ourselves is, how did you start? When did it all start?
Yes, I will try to make it a short story because the story is quite long. But I am almost born in an aircraft. My father was never in aviation business, but he had a textile business, quite successful. And he was able in the beginning of the 80s to buy his private airstrip. The name is Airfield Amougy, Airport Amougy. It's located in Belgium. We have a grass strip of 600 meter. And my father was using that airfield only private. As he was successful, he bought the airfield. He had a Jet Ranger helicopter and he had a Piper Seneca.
Oh.
And when I was really small kid, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 years old, we traveled to the south of France with the Piper Seneca. So we are born in planes.
Small planes.
Small planes. So and of course, for me it was an amazing experience. Since I'm 6, 7 years old, I am always told to myself, one day I want my own business jet.
Yeah,
Since I'm a very small guy, of course, it costs a lot of money. You need to work hard. You need to be able to buy a plane like this. Today, I don't have still the business jet. I hope one day I will have, but I have already a nice turboprop.
How was the transition from, planes are cool, they're so nice, to this is going to be my future? When did you realize that?
I think not immediately, but I focused a lot on sports. When I was young, I played a lot of tennis. And then when I was 16, I say, okay, my father is a pilot. Something is wrong here. And I decided to go for one flight with a glider. And this was, what is this? This was an unbelievable sensation, unbelievable feeling. Also, why this step? Because I was stressed and scared to fly with my father. Because, you are a passenger, you are not a pilot, you are not in control. So I say, I need to be under control. I need to know what it is. So I decided to make that flight with the glider, and it changed everything for me. I was 16 years old. And then it was already on our own airport in Amougy. And then, as I said, my father was successful in business, but then the business went a little bit down and it was not so easy anymore. He had a lot of financial stress with that airport. And he decided, when I was just 18, he said, okay, I sell our airport.
Okay.
And I told him, are you crazy? I'm a pilot. My brother is a pilot. My mother is a pilot. So you cannot sell this. It has to stay in the family. And at that moment, I was a student in the Sabena. Sabena is a Belgium
national airline.
National airliner. Yeah. I had 80% of my it was done. And I tried for another 4 weeks to manage that airport and to continue. But I say, okay, I will give up my dream to be an airliner pilot.
Yeah.
And I will buy that airport. Of course, I was 18 years old and 2 weeks, something like this. I had €0 in my pocket. It was even not euros, it was Belgium francs at that moment.
Yeah.
And I told him, okay, you cannot sell. It was even sold. He told me, I sold the aircraft, I sold the airport, and I have the signed contract. I say, we will destroy that contract. I will buy your airport. My mother helped a lot on this.
How did you get the money?
I told him I have no money, but I told him you don't need the complete amount. What you need is not to have the stress of managing that airport. So I will take it away from you. I will manage, and I will pay you in 20 years. And he told me, give me 1 hour. He thought about, and about 1 hour he says, okay, we have a deal. So I'm 18 years old, and 3 months I studied Old Greek and Old Latin. I have no idea what is an invoice. I don't know nothing about
Finance.
business. But I'm good in numbers. I know how to. Numbers is a really important point of my life. So I say, let's do it. And now I start. I have 4 weeks to pay my father.
4 weeks.
Not the complete airport, but the first
like the down payment.
The first down payment is 4 weeks. And I have an airport. I have no planes, but I have a small cafeteria, the pub, where pilots can come or with other people can come. I have the chance to have a good friend who knows Miss Belgium at that moment.
Yeah.
I tell him, call immediately Miss Belgium. She must come. I will make a big barbecue, big party. We will have 400, 500, 600 people, and I will collect money. And I say, okay. And she said to him, if you give me a small helicopter flight, I do it for free. So that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that's how I paid. After 4 weeks, I gave him, okay, that's your first deposit. So, of course, then I realized this pub is not enough. I was working 7 on 7 in that pub. And the day, it was for normal people. Friday and Saturday, it was nightclub. So I slept 3 hours and we clean everything. And again, it was for the day people. But we worked 7 on 7 on that small cafeteria bar to make the first money. Of course, I said, Jean-Marie, you have an airport, so you need an aircraft. But I have no money. So I say, how can I buy an aircraft with no money? I take my phone, I take some advertisements, and I call the guy. I want to buy your aircraft, but I have no money. And the guy, bam. I call like 10, 20, 50 guys, 30 guys, everybody, bam. I say, my strategy is not good. And then I say, okay, I want to buy an aircraft and I will pay you in 12 months. Again, the next 15 guys, you're crazy, bam, bam, bam. I don't know, the number 50, he pick up, he tell me, it's okay. I say, really? Yes, it's okay. Incredible. So I bought my first Cessna 150. It was a beautiful
really one.
Small one. And I said, I will pay you in 12 months. The guy said, no problem. This is the story of my life. All what I buy, I don't pay. I just pay in
And you see
years.
how...
Yes, just never take a bank loan, big amount and pay everything. You are in big debts. Yeah. Just tell the guy, I take over your business, I pay you in 10 years, 5 years, 20 years. It works. So then I have my first plane, and I know a flight instructor in the north of Belgium that is flying like crazy. And I contact him, say, why you don't come to my airfield? I'm in okay, it's not Antwerp, it's not a big city, but there is no traffic. You have the airport for you alone. So I come immediately, but I need 2 planes. So I have only 1. I need 2 planes. So I take my phone again. I call another guy. Again, 50 guys, and I find a second guy who gives me credit for the second plane. This flight instructor is coming with the big flight school, and we fly like 2,000 hours. So in 1 year, I pay the 2 first planes. And this was the start. So we make money. I can buy a 3rd plane, a 4th plane. We are not in ultralight business at that moment. We are still in...
It's you in your airport.
I am my airport. I have my cafeteria that's making money. And the planes falling from the sky. You know, all Belgium is coming to my airport because we have good service. People are friendly and they like the nice girls. So... more and more people is coming to my airport. This cafeteria is like on the Sunday we have 300 people on the terrace. It's full gas.
All pilots.
Pilots or no pilots, people who come to see the planes. But its business is running like crazy. but it's time consuming. It's 7 on 7. And so the flight school is successful. We can buy more planes. Everything is fine. We are still in the certified world. We are not in the ultralight business yet. We are speaking about Cessnas, about Pipers. And then suddenly they invent the joint aviation regulations. So that's before the EASA. When I was 18 years old with my first Cessnas, the regulations were national. So it was Belgium national rules. And when I rent my plane 1 hour, I was making like €35. Every hour, €35. They make the joint aviation rules. Everything starts to be more regulated from Europe. The paperwork starts to be more and more heavy. And the bills from the maintenance shops starts to skyrocket.
Because of the certifications? Or?
Certification. Everything is ruled by EASA, then by Europe. And we start to lose money with that business. I had 6 planes. I had to sell one of my planes to pay the bills of the other planes. At that moment, I tell to myself, okay, it's also very important in business. You are busy with something change. You have to adapt to the situation. Don't stay in what you are doing. If the market is changing, adapt to the market. So I took the decision quickly to stop the flight school with certified planes because I was losing money. I say, I have an airport, I need something else. And then it was the beginning of the microlight, the UL planes. In Europe we say ULM, ultralight motorized. That was the beginning. And we decided to buy one kit in the States. So the kit was coming. My brother and myself, we built that kit in our garage at home. When we paint the aircraft, the paint was going below my door and my house was blue. My wife wanted to kill me. That's really how we start the ultralight business. Yeah. But it was really good business because we bought the kit. When the kit arrived to the airport, it was already sold. Before it was built, I had a customer who bought it. But I built it. We flew in 1 hour. We flew 800 hours with it. And after 1 year, we delivered to the customer for the same price that we bought the plane. So this business continued for many years. At the end, we had 4 of those planes in the flight school. We did 4,000 hours a year. Really good business. And then, so everything is going well. We sold the certified planes. We are in the ultralight business. This cafeteria is still running. So really good business, building. No problem to pay my father. And then one day I have a company from the Netherlands. I have a phone call. Yeah, we have a big problem. We ordered an incentive event for our best customers. And 1 week before, the guys stopped activity. So we have a big problem. We have 50 people. We have €7,000, and we don't know what to do. I say, give me 1 hour. I call you back. I think €7,000, 50 people. Okay, I call the guy back. Okay, give me your €7,000. In 1 week you can come. I will give you barbecue. I will give you a flight with an ultralight. I will give you a flight with a helicopter. I will give you a flight with a Cessna.
Like a horeca company, like
it's incentive. Big companies, they have to organize events for their best customers.
Oh, okay.
Team building for their employees.
It's not aviation related.
It was not. This Dutch company, maybe they went for horse riding or I don't know what they want to do. But then they contacted me by coincidence, and I say, wow, business opportunity. Yeah. This is phenomenal. I didn't think myself, but when they give you an opportunity, you need to take it. Yeah. What we did. And so we flew with those guys, like I said, helicopter, Cessna, the ultralight, with a good barbecue. And the guys, they said, that was incredible what you did for us, incredible. Immediately I speak with my staff. Okay, that's our new business model. And I hired two 2 girls. One was my wife, and I'm a guy from mathematics for numbers. So I said, okay, you need to make 20, 30 calls a day. You call all the big companies like Dupont de Nemours, ABB, all the car industry, BMW, Mercedes. You call them. You try to find the right guy who takes decisions about these budgets, and then you try to have a meeting with them. So you make 20, 30 calls a day, and after the end of the day, I want you to have at least 1 or 2 rendezvous, meetings.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then in the week, they had to go at least one day to a big city, Brussels or Antwerp, and they had to visit at least 3 companies in one day. And that was the business model. And this went so fast, so quickly. After 4 years, we reached 1.2 million euro turnover. And we
In
are
1 year.
in a year, yes. And we are in 2005 at that moment. So it's like more than 20 years ago. I think 2003 maybe. We reached already 1.2 million euro turnover. The margins were extremely, extremely good. Sometimes we had 3 companies in one weekend. So we used the hangar spaces that we had. We put extra tents, and we make it like an adventure in the aviation. I think it was unique in the world, but it was not only aviation. We did also with jeeps. They went in big heavy terrain. We have quad.
Amuji is in the middle of
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing.
It's a farm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then also it was paintball. Then we went with the helicopter to the paintball and come back with the helicopter to Amuji. We make crazy things, and everybody wanted to come to our airport to do this. I was young, I was blind, I say successful, and I had neighbors that were not happy with the noise that we make. And I say, I have an airport. It's my business. I can run my business. Today I think differently. So what happened? The politics closed my airfield in one day. They just said, you are closed, finished. We take your license. I say, how can you take my license? Yes, you're closed. This is not normal. I say, I fight. I'm successful. I have the money. I take the best lawyers. I take the lawyers who makes the rules for environment. So they know exactly what to do. So I'm fighting directly to the Minister of Environment. And after 3 years, of course, he closed me in one day. I lose 90% of my turnover. So 1.2 million, nothing. I had almost nothing. Only I was still flying with ultralights. This was allowed. So they took my license for big planes, for helicopter, for glider towing. So all this was finished. I had only a very small license for the ultralight, what I still have today. So I do again flight school, but I have almost no turnover anymore. I lose everything. I take these lawyers. After 3 years, we win. So I say, bingo, I buy this. The same day, I buy a new 4-seater plane, and I fly again. I'm the winner, I fly again. 3 weeks later, the same minister closed again my airport with new arguments. And my lawyer says, yeah, you need to fight again. I say, no, this is crazy. So I have a business that I cannot use. It's my airport in Amuji. And then by coincidence, at the same moment, then nobody will come to the essential of JMB Aircraft. By coincidence, at the same moment, it's really luck. But once again, when something is coming to you, you need to grab it. It's very important. So some guy entered my bar, my cafeteria, and he says to me, I bought a plane in a shit company in Belgium. I have no service. I will burn that plane, and I want to buy from you the fastest side-by-side plane on the market. And when I have the plane, we will go together to that shit place, and we will show them that I spent so much more money at your place. I say, this guy is completely crazy.
Yeah.
I say, don't burn that plane, because that plane was the same that I'm using in my flight school. So I will buy your plane and don't burn. And I say, I have no fastest side-by-side plane. I cannot help you.
Side by side is like two
Next to each other.
Yeah. Two-seater.
Two-seater, yeah.
Yeah.
The side-by-side is next to each other, and you can have a tandem plane. It's where you sit behind each other, like the fighter jets. But most of the people like tandem, next side-by-side, next to each other. So he's looking for the fastest plane. I say, the guy is crazy. But I say, give me your business card. I take the business card, and I'm looking to the parking. He has a brand new Porsche. I say,
This
okay, the guy has probably money. And I say, okay, bye-bye, I cannot help you. And then I'm in my bed and I cannot sleep. I'm nervous. I'm thinking about this guy. And that's how I found the VL3. It's 3 o'clock in the night. I go to my computer and I start to look fastest light plane, fastest ultralight plane, fast plane. And I find the VL3 just by coincidence. They just make the world record for ultralight. Just, I don't know, 3 weeks before. So I tell the guy, I found for you the fastest plane in the day after. Say, they just make the world record. I said, that's it. That's what we need. So I checked the company, and they were at Berlin, ILA. It's an air show. They were there. So I called the guy, say, let's go to Berlin, and let's see. We arrived there. We see 2 Czech guys completely drunk. The booth was a disaster. The plane was not good. Very, very ugly stickers on it. But the shape of the aircraft, incredible. He said, that's bingo here.
Like
bingo.
you knew with your experience, like this is the plane.
Yeah. Before flying already, I say, oh, that looks good. And then I told the guys, okay, I'm from Belgium. I have my own airport. I want to be the dealer, blah, blah, blah. And they said, okay, let's go next week. The plane will be in the factory. You can make a test flight. So we went to the Czech Republic to check the company and to make the test flight. And I took a flight of 10 minutes. I went out of that plane. I say, bingo. That's gold. So that's unique. Because at that moment, I don't know how old I was. In 2009, I had already, I think, 8,000, 9,000 hours flight experience. I flew, I don't know, 100 type of gliders. I flew maybe 100 types of microlights and planes, or maybe more. I flew almost everything that exists. And of course, this is my advantage because I can compare. It's experience. So when I flew the VL3, I say, bingo, that's bingo, that's gold. We are in 2006. We want to purchase the first aircraft. The guy who was with me that wanted to buy that plane told me, oh, Jean-Marie, you are young, you're excited. We first need to check the finances of that company. Say, no, let's go. No, we will check the finance of the company. So he's asked one engineer, you come with us this evening. We will go to the restaurant and have some beer. Oh, wonderful. So he ordered 3 beers. I drink my beer. The engineer drank his beer. And the guy, he put the beer in the flowers. I say, what are you doing? Shut up. Okay. The engineer drank 10 beers. The guy drank 0 beers. And then he started to ask questions. How is it with the finance of the company? Oh, he says, don't give any euro. They are almost bankrupt. There is a fight between the owner and the wife of the owner. She's taking the deposits from the aircrafts for her own business. So it's almost that. So we were really lucky. We did not spend money. Of course, the negative impact is that we lost like 2 years. Some Czech investor bought the company 2 years later, restart the business. And finally, in 2009, 3 years later, I got my first VL3, serial number 22. It was.
Yeah, it's just like as if you bought a plane, not the company yet.
No, I didn't buy the company. I just bought my first plane. I had to fight with them for a week to become their dealer, because I was young. I was home-based in Belgium, and I told them I want the French market because only selling your aircraft in Belgium, I will sell 1 or 2. It's not interesting for me. I want the French market. And because I was based in Belgium, they didn't want to give me the French market. So I told them, okay, I will stay a week here. Every day I will ask you. I will not leave until you give me the French market. And after 2-3 days, they were tired of me. They said, okay, you get the French market, but you will sell at least 10. I told them I will sell more. And they didn't believe me, of course. So 2009, I have the first plane. I start to fly every airport, every French guy I see, you fly my plane, I fly. The first year, it's 2009, we are in full crisis with the banks in the US, but we managed to sell 20 planes. In 1 year, we sold 20. And that's 2009. Then what happened? My customers want a black plane, they want a red plane, they want leather, they want more avionics, they want an autopilot, and the Czech guys didn't want to customize the aircraft. They wanted to just make like Ford. You choose any color, but as long as it is black. So they didn't want to customize. They want always to make the same. This was one big problem. So they were not listening to the requests of my customers. And the second problem is they were not able to build enough planes for the demand. At the peak, they did 2 planes a month. I took 85% of the production capacity only for Belgium and France. So from the beginning, I'm in fight with those guys. Every 2 weeks, I take my car, I go to the Czech Republic, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So I start to be frustrated, and I say, okay, I will buy that company. Then the more I was asking to buy the company, the more the price went up. The more I was selling planes, the more the price went up. So I started to be crazy. And then I told the guy I play poker, I say, okay, I will not sell planes anymore. So I said, it's crisis. We are 2010. It's bank crisis. You see, everybody, there is no money in the world. I have no customers. I continue to sell, but I don't pass the orders to the company.
Wow.
And with that, at that moment, I can negotiate the price. The price is going lower, and the price starts to be acceptable. But still, it's a lot of money for me at that moment because I'm still paying my father. But I believe in the product. So I decide to sell everything I have, my planes, my car, everything I have. I sell, and I had only enough money to buy 50%. Of the shares. Also important, I did not buy the company. I didn't buy the shares. I bought the assets. Is an advice I give to young people. If you dream to buy some company somewhere, never buy the shares because you buy the sheet of the past. Buy the assets. Yeah, you don't buy the past. You just buy the assets of the company. The same I did with the VL3. I bought only the assets, so I'm not responsible for what was already flying.
So what do you mean by the assets? Like you bought the actual factory itself, or how does that work?
No, I bought only the molds, the molds and the jigs, the production tools.
Okay.
The production tooling we bought, but I didn't buy any building. I didn't buy the responsibility, the liability for the 100 existing flying planes. I didn't want to take any risk for this, and this was not my idea. I took for this Ernst & Young. I spent a lot of money to those guys, really a lot of money for me at that moment, especially that I lost my income, and then I was so excited. I said, I do it. And the guy said, Jean-Marie, you cannot buy those shares. If you pay us 25,000 euro, is to listen to us. If you buy the shares, you will be in big shit. There are troubles from the past. There was an accident in the US. You cannot buy the shares. And then I go, I say, I want this company. And I go to the seller. I reduced already a lot the purchase price. And I told him, okay, I cannot buy the shares. I need to buy the assets. And the guy says, no way, because if you buy the assets, I will be taxed 20%. I sell the shares. There's no taxation. If you buy the assets, I will lose 20%. Say it's your problem. That's the deal.
He said to you.
I told him.
Okay.
The deal is like this. I will not buy shares. I buy your assets. And if you lose 20%, that's your problem. We are Monday. The money, I transfer the money from euros. I transferred everything to the Czech Republic. I make a big mistake. I did not open a euro account. So they changed the money. The euros in Czech crowns. I lost the car by this. I didn't realize. But anyway, the money is on the account. And I tell the guy, we are Monday. On Friday, I will return the money to Belgium, and I will stop aviation. I will do something else. It's up to you. Oh, you are bluffing. I say, no, I'm not bluffing. I say, Friday, I leave and you can forget my money. Okay, no deal. Say, okay, no problem. But remember, I stay until Friday. You can change your mind until Friday. Monday, nothing. Tuesday, nothing. I go for a beer, another beer. And on Thursday, late afternoon, he called me. Okay, we have a deal. I'm tired of it. We have a deal. Small thing I forgot to say. When I told him that we don't sell, we have no customers, he told me, no problem. I close the factory. I say, oh shit, now I'm really big problem. So he closed the factory for 4 months. I was still going to exhibitions, the best factory in the world, the best plane in the world, but there was nothing anymore.
Right,
Only poker playing, only bluffing.
4 months of sleepless nights.
Closed. Company closed. I'm stressed. I cannot show it to the customers, but I'm stressed. And
so
then
you're selling something that doesn't exist, basically.
no production.
In a way, yeah.
No production.
Incredible.
And then 4 months later, he called me. It's solved. I found a Turkish investor. He bought the company. I say no. So I say I lost everything. And incredibly, 3 weeks later, he called me again. The guy never paid me. No, it's the right moment. Let's come. And at that moment, I was in a strong position, and I could negotiate the price down. It just happened. I paid him, and we are early 2012. It's minus 35 degrees here in the Czech Republic. I remember really well. And there is no production. There is no workers. There's nothing. So I say, show me what I bought. And then we went to the south of it was not here. The plane is born in here in this area. But the investor was from the south of Czech Republic, so he moved everything to the south. It was a big error because the main designers are living here. All the people involved from the beginning are living here. So it was a big mistake to go to the south because he lost all the key elements. But so I go to the south with 3 trucks, minus 25 degrees. I open the hangar and I see a big mount of molds and tooling, no spare parts, documentation everywhere. It's a big house.
All in Czech. Like you can't understand anything.
No, all in Czech. That's also true. All in Czech. And I looked to myself, how you will build an aircraft, how you will ever make a VL3. Okay, so we load everything, and this was a very good decision. We come back to that place here because all the key players, the main guys who designed the aircraft are living here. We are early 2012. I have no experience how to build a composite aircraft. I have only experience in flying that aircraft. I have experience of building this American kits. So I have experience to build a kit, but I have no experience to make composite parts at all. So I said to assemble that aircraft, it will be not difficult. Put the engine, the avionics, electronics. We did it many times on this kits from the United States. But to make composite parts, that's another story. So I say, okay, we cannot start from day one to do this. I say, I take the best partner in the industry for this. And I go to Champheert. They build the best gliders in the world. They are located not far away from here in the Czech Republic. And I negotiate with them, okay, that's my molds. Please make for me the complete composite parts. And I said, no problem. So I say, wonderful. I say, how much time do you need to deliver me the first kit? They said 6 months, 8 months. I said, perfect. So we are early 2012. All my molds are in Champheert. They start to manufacture composite parts. And I have time. I have time to find a building because I have no building. So I need to rent a building. I find a building of 500 square meters. I rent a building and I prepare that building to receive the first kit in 6 to 8 months to assemble. So what I need is 2 or 3 mechanics, nothing more. And by end of 2012, we got the first 2 kits. And with 3 or 4 mechanics, we assembled the first 2-3 VL3s. And we were able to deliver the first 2 planes at the end of 2012.
And these were planes that were ordered like from before when you didn't own the company?
Yeah, when I started, I had this 10 orders that I never passed to the company.
Okay.
So I start with 10 orders.
And so what was that moment like when you finally made the first sale and you kind of, okay, was there a moment of relief? Were you happy or was it like, I'm only getting started.
No, only getting started.
Yeah.
It was incredible what we had to do, and it's not finished. It's still today. You cannot imagine what it is to build, because today is 2025. We started with 3 employees. Today we have 170 employees. We make 62 planes a year. It means every 4 days, every 3-4 days, one plane is delivered. It's it's not easy. I can tell you. 6-7 years ago, my hair was black. No, my hair is gray. So I physically, I say always, 1 day of JMB is 2 days of Jean-Marie.
Wow. Did you always believe in this? Did you always know that it will, like, in the end it's gonna be all right?
Yes. If I need to give an advice to young people, the most important is, it starts with an idea. You need a good idea. If you have no ideas, it will not work. If you have no ideas, just go to work for somebody else. If you don't want stress, go work for somebody else. But if you have an idea, that's the first thing, good idea. And then you need to strongly believe in yourself. You need to strongly believe in yourself. It's really important. I can do it. And then the next thing is never give up. That's the most important of all. Never give up. Because it will be not easy. If business would be easy, everybody would do the business. 95% of the people are working for somebody. 5% of the people have their own business. It's not easy. But you believe in yourself. You have the idea. You never give up. And there is no way to fail. If you never give up, you will succeed. It will take time, but you will succeed. And it's cycles. You know, we have bad day, a bad day, a bad news, bad day, bad day. But with the experience, I know that the good days are coming. So never give up. It can be a period of 1 month. You say, I don't see the end of the tunnel. I'm tired. No, you have the experience. You know that the good days are coming. And as I said, never give up.
And so then that actually ties into a lot of the entrepreneurship mindsets, the philosophies or the mentality you have, the kind of don't give up. So were there ever moments when you had kind of voices in your head saying you can't do it, you know, you're not good enough? Or was it always kind of like you had this innate ability to tell yourself that you were...
No, I have many times that that we have so much troubles, you know. We can have an accident.
Right.
When there is an accident, I will not sleep for 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a fatal accident, I don't like to speak about this. It's a long time ago, but it happened. Immediately, you know, did we something wrong? Did we make an error? Some guy is dead, and then you know, it's like a big uppercut. It's like a bazooka shot to the complete team. Everybody is down. The passion, everything turns dark, and then we are waiting to get the results of investigation, and it's always pilot error. It's a human error. But of course, you have moments that you say, "Whoa, what I'm doing."
Yeah.
You need to pass that difficult moments and just continue to fight.
What percent, like what split of these problems that you face usually impact Jean-Marie or impact the CEO of JMB?
It in fact both. It's when you have an accident. I say again, we had accidents. We learned about this. We do all what we can to make the product as safe as possible. If you check a VL3 from 2006 and you check a VL3 today, you will find stall strips. You will find angle of attack indicators. Many changes to make the aircraft safe, but also to make the pilot safer. So we did a lot of things for this. Because your question was, it impacted me personally or impact me like a CEO? It impacted me completely.
Yes.
It's crazy when you have an accident, how you feel really, and you have to go out of this negative period and learn, and that's what we did. And we make the plane better, and we make the pilot better. But important to say, never an accident was a failure of the aircraft. It was always a failure of human failure.
Yes. And so then when you're building a team, you said you started with 3 people, now you're 170 if I remember correctly. How do you find the right people? How do you find the right talents? Do you have an intuition for it, or What's that
Ah,
process like?
I'm making a podcast today
Yeah.
with you guys.
Yeah.
University of Delft. You know
Yeah.
that my daughter is studying
Yeah.
there, so that's one way to find young people. But I think we have also a group of we are motivated people, and I say motivated people, good people attract good people.
Exactly.
Many times I tell also I could have 1,000 times less stress. I build a company with machines and I make glass bottles for Coca-Cola, and I will have an easy life. But it's not passion. It's not
Doesn't
passion.
fulfill
Yeah.
you.
I will make bottles for Coca-Cola,
Yeah.
and it's just a machine and it's easy. I will make more money, less stress, but that's not interesting.
It doesn't help you wake
there's
up
no
in the
passion.
morning. Exactly.
No, it's no passion. I'm so lucky to from my passion, my love for aviation. It's my job, and that's why what attract young people. If you can say I work in JMB, we are building that cool plane, or I am working respect for Coca-Cola, but I'm working in the company Coca-Cola, and I'm responsible to make the bottles. It's not the same, you know. So it's so cool to work for JMB that we find the people like this. And it's, of course, the most important. Don't tell me, understand me wrong. It's not easy to find the people. That's the biggest problem of GMB today is the people. Because we have 170 people, we have almost no automatization. The VL3 is 3,500 hours of handcrafted. It's people. So it's difficult to find the people. You know, sometimes I'm not motivated to come to my job. It can happen. You have bad days. But it's my company. I make money. So I need to be motivated. So think an employee. He has to come every day to GMB and to be motivated. And making less money than I am making money with my company. And I have also my bad days. So I understand that my employees have also bad days. And it's your job as a CEO, as the team of managers, how can we motivate those people here? One of the things we do is we invite them to fly with the VL3. If young guys are working in GMB, they can pay only the fuel and they can start to learn to fly the VL3. So that's how we try to motivate young people.
Of course. And another thing that's pretty big as well that JMB does is you go to Oshkosh, you go to Friedrichshafen, those big conferences. Can you walk us through what those experiences are like when you send your team over there, you go yourself personally, and you're interacting with the industry and this new talent?
Yes, it's really important. You could say, I think a lot of manufacturers now say exhibitions are not important. We have social media. The money that we spend in Oshkosh, the same amount of money I put in social media, I will have 100 times more return. But it's important to be at the exhibition. Why? Social media will not solve everything. You know, you lose the contact with the people. That's why I go to all the big exhibitions. I go personally, but not only me. My production manager is there. My after sales manager is there. My designer is there, and we are with the people, and we listen to the people. We feel the market. So and as I said, we spend a lot of money in these exhibitions. For example, in Friedrichshafen, it's the biggest exhibition in Europe. We organize a big party. It's very famous. Everybody wants to be at that GMB party. It costs me a lot of money, but it's not only just buying a product from GMB and you are a number and bye-bye. You buy a plane, you enter a family, and we do so much for you. At those exhibitions, the party, they are so proud to have a VL3. They feel they're a family. That makes also the difference with the others. We organize flights to Africa. Now they go to the North Cape with the plane. So we organize Alp training. So they go with the VL3 in complex airports. We do so much for the community.
You're a small company in the world of giants. Oshkosh is huge. Friedrichshafen is huge.
It's a disaster.
Why?
Because I remember how I start. The first start was in 2006, even before the bankruptcy of the company. I went with the demonstrator number 1 to an exhibition in Blois. That's the biggest exhibition in France. It's the biggest exhibition in Europe for ultralight planes outside. Friedrichshafen is inside, Blois is outside. Air show, it's the biggest one. And I say, hello, I'm Jean-Marie Guisset from JMB Aircraft. My plane is a VL3. I want a nice spot to exhibit your aircraft. Sorry, sir, you will be really at the end.
Yeah.
Nobody, really a disaster to have a good booth. The same at Aero. I was really at the end. At Oshkosh, it's even more complicated. So it takes years to fight and to have a better and better booth. Today, at all exhibitions, as I said, we spent a lot of money. We have the best booth, we have the best location, but it was a hell of a fight to be where we are today. It's really not easy to start from the bottom.
And so then, what are some techniques you use for networking? So what were, based on your experience building yourself up, what are some things that you've learned about networking, talking to people, making the right calls?
Yes, an important thing is when you go to exhibitions, take customers with you, because I think I'm a good sales guy. So I do my story, I start to speak at the booth, and one guy, 2 guys, 10 and 50 guys, and they're listening to the speech, and they feel my passion, they feel that the plane is good because it's really good. I strongly believe in my products and that the people feel. And then at the end of the story, I tell them, okay, you should not listen to me. I'm the sales guy. Maybe my story is bullshit. That's Captain Legendre. He is a Captain 747 at Air France. He has a VL3 for 6 years. Speak with him. And that's really important for networking. Use your best customers, guys who are satisfied, and they are your selling machines. And also important is how people speak about you on the social media. If you give shit service, you will be out of the market like
reputation,
like very fast.
When it comes to being in industry and some of the challenges and advantages and the experiences you've had, and I can imagine you've clashed so many times with regulation, like you said. Is there anything you wish was different? Anything you would change?
Yes, I'm going now on thin ice. I need to be careful what I say. My roots when I was 18, I was in certified world.
Yeah.
The rules changed. Everything starts to be from Europe. I start to lose money. So I did not continue my career in the certified world. I was lucky to find the ultralight world. Yeah. We are not certified yet. We are not certified yet with the VL3 and with the 4-seater that we are building. But it's a luck. It's a luck to have this ultralight business in Europe, and you will find the experimental category in the US. The advantage is we are not under strict regulations. We can develop the product much faster than the guys who are in a certified world. You take a Cessna 172 4-seater. Mm-hmm. It's 50 years old technology. It makes a lot of noise. Don't understand me wrong. I love that aircraft. I have 1,000 hours on that aircraft. It's a fantastic aircraft. After 50 years, it's still a fantastic aircraft. But because of regulations, it's not. There is no development. It's an old plane, slow plane, heavy plane, making a lot of noise, using avgas. That is not good for environment. Because of regulations, Cessna didn't invest more money to develop because it's crazy how much it costs to make a certified plane. The result is a VL3. Mm-hmm. We have no certification, but we are in carbon, we are lighter, we are faster, we have a rescue system, we burn less fuel, we make less noise, we are better for the environment. So what is better at the end? To fly a certified plane, you feel safe in a certified plane, or you feel safe in a non-certified plane with a rescue system. If you have engine failure, you just pull the parachute. So that's what I would change in the industry. That's the biggest constraint that we have. It's the certification. For me, EASA, the rules from Europe are really important. If you're a passenger of a commercial flight, you need to fly from Brussels to Athens, and you need to fly safe. I told you in the beginning, it's very, very safe. Commercial flights, because of regulations, because of certifications, it's so safe. If there would be no certification or regulations, it would be not safe. So regulations, certification is a must. It's very important for people who trust a company to fly from A to B and they don't want any risk. This is certification. This is rules. You need processes. But then you have non-certified world, where we are in. And this is, for me, the responsibility. If you buy an ultralight, you know that it's non-certified. You know it. So you take some small risk. It's a non-certified plane. And you as the owner, you take the risk. So a small plane, 2-seater or 4-seater, it should be outside certification. We are already with the 2 seats outside, like the VL3. But if I would change the rules, I would also put a Cessna 4-seater, for example, I would put outside certification. Because the owner take the risk. He will be responsible of the maintenance of his aircraft. He will take his friends with him. And okay, there is a small risk, but it's 3 passengers. It's not a Boeing with 200 people. And the people don't pay for the flight. They trust the friends. They know if he's a good pilot or not a good pilot. And there is some risk analysis. But those planes should be outside EASA. And you could see that if they would take this decision, the Cessnas would have a parachute and they will develop more. So that's missing. In Europe, we have only this freedom in the 2-seater planes. And in the US, they have the experimental category, the same like ultralight, but much more freedom. So you can have a 4-seater plane, you can have a turbine plane, you can have a pressurized plane. That's what we are building now in JMB, the Lancer Evolution 4-seater. That aircraft, we can only sell it in the US. We have 13 orders, 12 are for the US, only 1 for Europe. You can fly it in Europe, but it's very complex about the regulations. In the States, it's very, very easy. And that's to resume that topic. As I said, for me, EASA certification should be for planes from 6-seaters, bigger planes, people who pay a ticket from A to B. Completely agree, I 100% for EASA. But give us, manufacturers, more freedom for 2-seater, 4-seater planes, that we can develop more these aircrafts without certification. We proved that we can do it with a 2-seater. We are not certified, and we do it safely. So give us more freedom, open this a little bit more, like in the States.
So now that you say that how Europe is so restrictive, why haven't you? Well, you're from Belgium. You have your Amougy airfield. Why haven't you thought about maybe transferring parts of JMB to Belgium or to the US where it's more lax?
No. First of all, I'm in the Czech Republic because you know the story. It's by coincidence that we found the VL3. And of course, it was a big step for me to go to the Czech Republic. I say, is this stable? There is no mafia? But after 1-2 years, I say, wow, fantastic country.
That's very nice.
Really,
Yes.
Czech Republic is a fantastic country. Then, of course, I have my own airstrip in Belgium. I have hangar space. Yeah, why I'm not in Belgium? It's easy. Because in Belgium, you have 7, 8, 9% unemployment.
Yeah.
And in the Czech Republic, you have 1% unemployment. It means that everybody works in the Czech Republic. It means that we don't need to tax. There is no taxation. If you buy a nice car in the Czech Republic, you don't pay taxes like in Belgium. In Belgium, you buy a nice car, you will pay 25,000 euro of taxes annually, like a private person, because 7, 8, 9% of the people are not working. So that's the problem. And because of this, the taxes on the labor is so high in Belgium. The result is I have 170 employees in the Czech Republic, not in Belgium. Only because of management. It's not normal that to have 8, 9% of unemployment in Belgium. I don't look anymore to the politics. It makes me crazy how they manage the country of Belgium, and how you can see that they manage Czech Republic. It's much better. And then also part of the answer is why I would not go to the United States. Because the United States is much more complex for the liability. You know, you can take more money there, but you can have much more easy lawsuits. So it's
legal aspect,
legal aspect is much more complex in the United States. So that's the reason why I would not move production in the United States. And also, you cannot be a good manager in many places. It's much more easy to be on one place.
So you love where you are now, and you're well established here.
Yes, so I am 4 days a week in the Czech Republic, and the weekend and 1 day per week I am in Belgium, because still today I have this airport. My wife is CEO there, but for me this airport is my roots, my beginning, and it will be my end. If one day I step away from JMB Aircraft and I put younger people in my place, or my daughters will take over, I will be full-time again in this airport in Belgium, because I really love that place.
And so, what vision do you have for JMB Aircraft now in terms of the technologies, the innovations you want to have in the future? Anything about AI integration that you want to have?
That's one of the reasons why I cannot sleep. I have too much ideas in my head. I have the feeling that we are not going fast enough. If I speak to people, look what you did. It's not what I did, it's what the team did. Look what the team did in 15 years. It's incredible. But I am 49 years old, and I'm thinking, in 10 years I will have less energy. I have only 10 years in front of me. It's crazy how fast everything goes. I have my plan for the next 10 years. I really would like to certify the VL3 two-seater. I would like to certify the four-seater Evolution because of regulations in Europe. But that's not a must for us. Certification is very complex, like I said. It's very expensive. And I will not burn all the money from the company to certify that plane. So if we do certification, for me it's between 7 to 10 years from now, and we do it step by step. No, JMB, as you know, we are non-certified, but all we do is like a certified company. If you want to change from non-certified to certified company fastly, it will cost you millions of euros. If you do it on a long period, it will cost you 10 times less. So that's what we are doing with VL3 right now, with JMB Aircraft.
And specifically with artificial intelligence, do you have any opinions on that?
The AI is for me like science fiction for the moment. It was the same like when I was 18 years old. There was internet. It was science fiction for me. No, everybody understands internet. If I was smart enough, I would have used internet, and I would be Yahoo, or I would be Google, or I would be, today AI, it's a little bit like the internet. I don't understand. Of course, I understand, but it will be in 10 years, everybody will say, AI, it's logic, it's normal, but that's it.
Okay, I have two questions to finish it off. The first one is, do you think you're leaving, like, you think that you're living like the dream that you had when you were a kid?
Yeah, for sure. I'm extremely lucky guy. I'm a stressed guy. I'm trying to be not stressed. I do everything I can to have no stress. It means I have good team, delegation, but it's still a lot of stress. But I'm living a dream. Not only me, also the team. Flying is my passion, and it's my job. It's not a job for me. I'm coming to here. It's not a job. It's a hobby. It's a passion. So my complete life is. I'm an extremely lucky guy. I have my airport in Belgium. I was lucky that my father accepted to sell it in 20 years. I was lucky that my father was a pilot, so he put me in the aviation. I have my own house on that airport, so I can land with my plane. I am home. So, and then I fly from Belgium to the Czech Republic. I'm coming to the factory every week again. To be honest, on the Monday I say, I have to go again to the Czech Republic. I'm doing this now for 15 years. It's really heavy. It takes a lot of energy. But then at the moment I open the door and I see the final assembly here, I say, wow, it's phenomenal. It's fantastic. So it keeps you energy. And as I said, it's not work. It's a passion. It's a hobby.
And so, if you can imagine with me, sat at the other edge of the table from you, is you yourself 30 years ago, what would you tell him?
When you're 18 years old, full of energy, you know everything better. You don't listen to the older people, and you have the idea, as I said, and you say, okay, let's go. and you are running like a chicken. You are working 7 on 7. You are not organized. You are full of stress. You have time for nothing. You neglect your family. What I did for the first 10, 15 years, I was working 7 on 7. I didn't care about the family. And you know everything better. And then step by step, the experience is coming. And you see that the family is really important. Without family, it will not work. You see that you need to listen to experienced guys. You understand that you cannot run like a chicken. You need to organize yourself. You need to reduce the stress. You need to build a team. You need to start to delegate. And after years and years and years, you understand that your phone call, you should have no phone calls. You should have no emails. If you're well manage the company, all the phone calls, all the emails, they are going to your managers. And at the end of the story, you should have a GMB, a running company run by the managers, and I am not necessary. To be honest, today it's not like this. GMB still needs Jean-Marie. I'm still in the process of delegate. It's not easy to build that team, but I'm lucky to have a really strong team, and it's going better and better every day.
Well, thank you very much, Jean-Marie. It's been a pleasure having you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you for hosting us.
Thank you for listening to this episode. Aerovia is an online platform making aerospace accessible. We provide courses, resources, learning tools, and much more. So check it out at aerovia.org. Until next time.